Hello, and welcome to yet again another episode of the Standcast featuring your favourite Brits plus an Irishman. Sounds like a start of a joke. I just want to start by saying thanks to the Shotmeister for joining us on the last episode. It was I think we can all agree that was pretty much our best episode.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Shook, if you're watching this.
Shock, I love you so much.
Better be
Please
watching
reply
this.
to my emails.
Well, that's going to start off by introducing everyone. We've got Cheesy Lemon,
Hello.
we've got Chips Dubbo,
Bonjour.
and we've got the man of the hour, Caine.
Can I interrupt
see, man.
quickly and just say thank you for getting Bailey's name right there. Chip Stubbo, great to have you on again.
Yeah, I noticed you
Four
said
episodes in a row.
Cheesy lemon.
I noticed
yeah?
you said 3 Brits and an Irishman, but I thought it was 3 Brits and an American.
Oh, very
All
clever.
of you.
Right, so what have we got lined up today, boss?
Okay, on today's episode, we have a little game later we're playing. Kind of something you see a lot of cringy Jojo fans do. We're actually going to partake in it, but I'm not going to reveal that until after we do. Well, we're just going to discuss. I've got some questions lined up from some of the Standcast audience.
Cool.
So I'm going to start with one which I find a very interesting question.
Yeah.
With part 6, okay, spoilers for the anime onlys. With part 6 basically being a reset of a new universe, someone put here that obviously part 7 and 8 aren't a part of that new universe shown at the end, but they said, what characters do you think might have progressed into this kind of new universe unscathed? Like,
Giorno.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, shout about Gianna.
Unless he left the arrow at home. You know, if he's at the
Left
shops
it.
or something.
He was at
He's gone.
Polnareff land.
You bastards! I'll never forgive you all for tricking me into thinking Polnareff Land was in part 6. I hate you all so much.
So you get for not reading the manga.
I just finished part 5. Literally just finished watching it, and you're like, oh, by the way, Polnareff Land exists. And Josuke goes back in time. I thought, oh, this is great. No, everyone dies.
part 6, everything is explained. Iraqi never forgets anything.
Iraqi never forgets.
Yeah, so
But I
much
think
for
Giorno-
spoilers. I anime onlys.
Yeah, I
I
think
Giorno was the
Poochie?
obvious one.
did
So
Poochie survive?
No, Poochie's eradicated from every fabric of space and time.
You got to ask though, was it worth it?
I still think Diablo's probably still dying.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Still dying.
Because infinity is a constant, so you can only push it to the side. You can't destroy infinity.
I believe he's in his own universe, per
Yeah.
se, a different dimension.
I feel like Gold Experience Requiem exists, like, outside of the, I don't know, like, the universe, if that
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense.
it's fourth dimensional.
Yeah.
So that's why Diablo's probably in some fourth dimensional loop. Really goes
Yeah.
beyond just the regular universe. What about you? What do you think? Man of the hour?
I'm
Mr.
trying to think of maybe another type of dimensional breaking stand that might have had a chance of saving its user in a sense, but I'm trying to think now. Because a lot of the good most stand users end up dead. So I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that's a big issue. I genuinely don't think there are many,
Maybe-
stands that would be
maybe
powerful
Kira-
enough.
Maybe Kira's ghost because he's in it. If anyone's read Dead Man's Questions, he's I think that's a separate universe in itself. The Dead Man Questions universe, that world he's in, is pretty much separate to the one with the stand users in. If you know what I'm trying to get across there.
I'll be honest, I'm really struggling to think of anything other than Requiem that would
Yeah.
have actually tanked the universe reset.
Well,
One
that was
thing sorry.
No, you go ahead.
One thing I would say is, are we really certain that the new universe showed at the end of part 6 is actually the same universe as part 7 and 8?
Oh no, I think it's definitely been confirmed. It's not. I was just
Yeah,
trying
that's
to.
what I
I
thought.
think the person who worded the question said that, and I was trying to correct him within saying that it's part 7 and 8 are completely different. A lot of JoJo fans don't know that. Completely different universes. It's a complete reboot. Part 6 is the happy ending. Like it's a happy ending.
That's
Quotes, 'cause
happy.
What?
For
You have
Iraqi,
a
it's
morbid
very.
idea of happy.
I mean, in a sense, you remember this is Iraqi. In a sense, this is a happy ending for him. Because all the
Literally
characters,
everyone dies.
Finally, I
everyone.
can stop writing JoJo.
Yeah,
They
I
come-
can get my hand to rest.
All right, next question.
I've completely forgot his name. The kid survives the universe reset as well.
Emporio.
Emporio, he survives the universe
Emporio.
reset.
Oh,
He survived, obviously.
I think he's pretty much the only person who retains their memories.
Yeah.
Well, of the gang in part 6, obviously.
well, I know one character that certainly didn't survive. Shigechi.
Thank God.
Hooray!
Good riddance.
Shigechi is dead party.
Okay, that's our episodic Shigechi reference. Is that a motherfucking Shigechi reference?
Oh no.
Dude, Shigechi reference is becoming more common than JoJo reference now. I just hate the. I mean, my profile picture on this Discord call is just get fucked, cunt. No response to Shigechi.
It's just
You
Spider-Man.
should change it to Shigechi.
No, I'm still a rodent, I'm afraid.
Shigechi Lemming.
That's the thing. That the Standcast, it's officially. I think we can officially brand ourselves as a anti-Shigechi. No,
We
no
got like
Shigechi.
our own hate flag or something. Something really barbaric.
Anti-C mine.
Man. Oh, do you think there are any universal stands in the Steel Ball Run universe that maybe have extended abilities? Like, for example, there's D4C. It's a multi-dimensional thing. Maybe he could have had a technically, because the universe is almost
Oh,
the
you
same.
think a stand from the newest stuff that could have survived there?
I think that a Funny Valentine from the original universe probably existed because he seems to be a universal constant going by D4C's ability.
That's good. I like that.
So it's not necessarily the exact same guy, but he was probably there because you get like, you know, this has had its own version of the Stone Mask shenanigans. It's had a Diego, it's had a Johnny. So it is pretty much the same kind of consistent characters, just with a different twist.
Yeah.
But Funny Valentine's stand would imply that that same effect would have been had infinite times necessarily for his dimensional crossing. So he probably also came over, technically.
There's a guy in the background in part 1. You can only barely see him for 2 seconds. That's Funny Valentine. Go back and watch part 1.
Oh my god, yeah, that one
episode
guy.
7. Look in the background. Find a character with blonde hair.
You can tell he
I hope
looks
the
significantly.
Chinese dude survived. The fortune teller dude who carried Dio's
Yeah, that's
head.
Funny Valentine.
That's Funny Valentine. Sorry,
Wants to
Caine, you were
make
saying?
China great.
I was gonna say you'll be able to tell it's Funny Valentine because it'll be significantly less masculine than everybody else in part 1.
He's the only character without muscle.
Yeah, he's fat.
What?
That's where Fat Valentine came from.
Fat Valentine.
So I think this kind of goes into the next question really well. Which anime adaptation of JoJo? So I'm not talking about like the manga because this is more so about cinematography, voice acting, etc. Which anime part do you think had the best adaptation in the sense of music, cinematography, voice acting? Not story, because obviously it's based on the manga, but I'm talking about like in the anime format.
Based.
Ooh.
I think it's got to be between part 3 and part 5. Between
Really?
those two.
See, I'd argue part 4 or 5 because 4 had a ton of great transition shots.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, but
Jotaro,
the art.
well, even then, I think the art was a smart direction because they went for a more pop art look, and I think it kind of helps the story a lot because it's less harsh. Like if I'm reading part 4 manga now, and the early stuff is like Josuke's like this. Josuke's like just basically Jotaro with like instead of a hat, he's got like Alva's hair. But I feel like the anime kind of refined it down, in my opinion. I don't think the art's as good as Araki's art, but I think part 4 had a good art direction to it.
I'm not saying the art direction was good. It just had a lot of moments where you thought, "Oh, that's not great quality." Like, I mean, the Killer Queen reveal. What happened there?
2 frames a second.
I think it's just I think part 4 has been animated like weeks in advance, so I gotta give them some past out. They were animating episodes within like the week. I think that's why part 5 had a. Didn't part 5 go on like hiatus because it was like they were just a bit behind on the animation?
They had a filler episode. They didn't go on a full hiatus, but they had like a recap episode. I think after episode 13.
They had like 2 or 3 of those, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they had 2.
Oh
actually,
yeah, they had like it was definitely about 3.
They were still producing the show, weren't they? When they were airing it. So because I think it's also the fact that part 4 didn't even have a break. Like a lot of animes have 12 episodes. If it's like a 25 episode season, 12 episodes break, then they usually show the rest after like a break.
Yeah.
JoJo didn't do that. It was like just continuous airing. So I'll give David Productions a bit of a pass on there. They didn't really get the mid-season break like every other anime gets.
Yeah, but then you got to remember that the David Productions team probably saved money with the English dub because, like, have you heard the Giorno voice actor? My God,
I don't think it doesn't cost David Productions. It doesn't cost them anything. It's Viz Media who own JoJo in the West.
Oh,
Hello,
that is
my
terrible.
name is Giorno Giovanna, and I have a dream.
That is the worst voice acting I've heard, and honestly,
Muda.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Like,
never
you
getting
get the-
fucking Gianna's dub actor on here, are we?
Yeah, no, we've lost him now.
Like, I think that leads on to another good discussion. Actually, no, no, we haven't actually had the full answer yet from everyone. Sorry,
I was
I'll
gonna
go into the next
imagine
discussion
yeah.
about dubs. I think the next discussion will be about dubs, but I'm going to go quick. We'll have a quick thing now.
Very good.
Mine's personally going to be maybe part 4 or part 5. I think part 4 has some beautiful transitions. When Jojo leaves the hotel, goes in his car, and it transitions to the next scene very seamlessly. I love the cinematography. Part 5 probably has some of my favorite art direction. Just the way everything. It's very hyper detailed. So yeah, I'll go with cheesy lemon first.
Well, I was going to say I'm a huge fan of part. I'd say 1. Not many people like Phantom Blood. Most people consider it the black sheep because it's the worst of the first 2, according to a lot of people. I personally really liked it. I thought the gothic aesthetic, and also it's very vibrant at the beginning. Bright green English kind of countryside with blue skies, and it transitions to like a brown kind of greyish city. Very nice. And then by the end of it, a lot of it's happening around the dark, and obviously the ending, the fire on the boat. I thought it was really good. And obviously this was back when, for me, I thought that the JoJo was the same dude, and throughout the series, he just changed his clothing. And he got different looks, but no, he actually did go kaput. And it was quite interesting because I think after seeing a lot of the screens from the manga from, well, the first part that Andrew's actually shown me, it does seem very, like, I would say the facial features are slightly different, but it's pretty damn faithful in terms of environment. So I'd say part 1 or part 4.
I think just going off what basically going off what Cheesy said, you're definitely right. I think JoJo's always been said to be one of the hardest mangas to adapt. Now Berserk holds that title.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Berserk.
But yeah, I think David Productions nailed part 1, considering it's an 80s manga coming out in 2012. And it had to be. I think they did a good job with the art. Like, obviously, everyone's a bit muscular, but they're not as muscular as they are in the manga.
Yeah.
Like, Jonathan isn't as big as he is in the manga. I generally like the color direction as well, as you said. I think the use of color is great, and overall, I think that's something I didn't actually think about. I didn't think of part 1. I don't know why it eluded me, but yeah, part 1 had a really good anime. Considering the very low budget it had, I think it was. I think they expected it to fail because obviously the Phantom Blood movie didn't do very well. So maybe there was an era of this might
A
fail.
Phantom Blood movie?
Yeah, the unreleased
I've
Phantom
heard
Blood
about
movie.
There was a film. They did a theatrical animated movie in like 2008 for Phantom Blood, and apparently 2007. Apparently, it was so bad, Iraqi disowned it, and they basically, after its original theatrical airing, they deleted everything about it. So all we know of it is a few animation stills and a very teaserish trail of it's very short, and basically some Japanese, an English guy speaking about it during his studentship in Japan. He saw the movie. Apparently, he didn't have Speedwagon.
Well, no wonder it's fucking died. He's like the most integral character. He gets Kira killed essentially in part 4. He gets them all across the way to fucking Egypt in part 3. He saves Joseph countless times in part 2, and obviously he pulls Jonathan from a fucking building fire.
There's also the fact that that Phantom Blood movie was meant to be, because it was the same guys who did the JoJo OVA in the late 90s.
Yeah.
And they were asked to come back and do that again for the movie. So it was meant to directly lead from that.
Which is very odd considering the 90s OVA. I know people keep saying, "Oh, it's underrated. It's underrated." I think it's not anything like the source material. It's far too dark, in my opinion.
In some defense of the 90s OVA, I think it does have a little charm to it, but it's definitely as bad as everybody says. Like, it really is terrible.
It's good for memes, and the Jotaro versus Dio fight is pretty awesome, even with all the changes.
So Cheesy Lemon, part 1 and part 4, your favorite anime adaptations, then?
Yeah, definitely.
Bailey, what's yours? I think you said part 5, didn't you? Or...
I'm going to go between part 3 and part 5. I think part 3 was probably the most consistently, high quality art style obviously,
it
it's
looks
always had its
incredible.
moments, but just overall, quality-wise, stunning visuals, and with a lot more detail in part 1 and part 2, which is why I give it the edge over that. Music-wise, it's got to be part 5. I love all the music in the anime adaptation of JoJo. It's absolutely gorgeous, but just part 5 has so many bangers. Just all of the gang members, just incidental themes are just great.
I think part 5 was where they really nailed the music.
Yeah.
Like going from part 3, it was to get the visuals better. Going to part 4, it was getting the voice acting. Well, even then, the voice acting's always been perfect. But I don't know. It seems like each part they try and focus on one area that the other part was maybe lacking. So animation for part 3. Not sure what did part 4 do you think did then as an adaptation that they probably worked upon? I'm trying to think.
Probably just tried to adapt the art style.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
And then you have something like part 5, which looks very close to the manga. I think they did a good job adapting the manga's art style, especially with the noses. The noses are pretty much spot on to how Araki did them, which is very controversial. People have very controversial opinions about Araki's noses.
Oh God, I tell you what, if we could put up a quick comparison here from Jotaro in part 3 to part 5, my God,
You mean
awful.
part 5, part 3 Jotaro?
But yeah. Oh no, that was all right. It
Oh,
was
really?
mostly just because there's a close up when he's in his little starfish laboratory and he's just got this most horrendous face. It's like if you were a heartthrob to you in part 3, he is aged like cheese.
My controversial opinion is I actually like it.
Cheese. Oh, I know that's in the video. Hello, James May.
Cheese.
So with you, Chips, it's got to be it's going to be part 3 or part 5.
Yeah, well, I can't decide between the two, honestly.
All right, I think I'm leaving. I'm hoping this is an interesting one. Caine, you usually have the most out there opinion sometimes, or usually you have an opinion we never consider.
I think I do, to be honest. So completely excluding part 5 because I don't even think it's fair to compare part 5 to the rest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to say, in terms of anime adaptation, in terms of seeing it visually, it's got to be part 2. Like, oh my God, I feel like part 1. I completely agreed with cheesy. On we got the lush green, England countryside, and then we got the bleak, stark comparison when it turns gothic. I completely agree there.
Yeah.
But part 2, oh my God, the colours in part 2. I feel like that's where it really screams JoJo, because when I think JoJo, I think of just those, oh my God, those beautiful Araki coloured panels. And
I mean, like,
and I think
Caesar and Joseph when they pose and it's just dead bright.
Exactly. And I feel like part 2, obviously, it's never going to 100% capture Araki, but I feel like it has it in its heart. And I feel like that really brought me on board with the art.
Yeah, I mean, I read part 2's manga, and the one thing I saw myself missing the most when I was reading it was I don't like the color manga that's on manga, that the free color manga you can read online. I don't really like it, but in a sense, when I was reading the manga, I was like, damn, I do kind of miss the color for this part, because it does, like, subconsciously part 2 is like the most out there colorful, especially with something like Roundabout, which is golds and greens and reds, and it just kind of like, it's visually just like attacking your senses. But I think that's what JoJo is.
I mean, like, just the perfect example would be when Cars transforms into the ultimate life form. Like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
The pinks, purples.
Yeah, so good.
So yeah, I think to recap, we've got Cheesy Lemon with part 1. I'm going to kind of cut them down. So part 1 for Cheesy Lemon, part 3 for Chips. For me, I'm going to go part 5, and Caine is part 2.
When you say cut down, you mean just discredit half my fucking answer?
I mean, I cut mine and baby down as well. Don't worry. I was just trying to cut
Spider-Man picture. The Spider-Man picture.
Get fucked, cunt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do one more discussion, and then we'll go on to the little special part of the episode. My next one is basically the JoJo dub. What is everyone's opinion on it? Yeah.
It has its moments, but for the most part, yeah, it is pretty cringe.
There is one clip I would try and see if we could squeeze in. It is essentially, it's Giorno on the boat, and the dialogue is exactly in this tone. It's like, nothing is going to get in the way of my dream. We'll make Bucciarati a capo.
Nothing is going to get in the way of my dream. I want that 10 billion. We'll use it to make Bucciarati a capo.
You sound like Harry White.
It's like fucking Microsoft, Sam.
We will get the money, the 10 billion liar. It is awful. It's so bad. I literally don't know how that is a standard. Like, it's really bad. His Muda was very good when he fought Chocolata, but then you hear like regular speech. It's so they must be paying them in like fucking chips or something.
Somebody said
Really
chips.
bad.
I mean,
Chips Dubbo.
it's done by Viz Media, who don't really. They have their own in-house dub team, but it's a very small team, so they don't actually have any actors on standby. They just kind of like hire actors when they need a dub. These are the guys. I think they actually dubbed Naruto. I believe, because they own the rights to Naruto. I'm not
Really?
Sure. I'm not
You'd
sure.
think
It's
with a
Viz
budget like that.
Viz Media. Well, you gotta remember, anime really has next to no budget anyway. No anime.
Here's the
has
thing,
a
though. They got part 3. They got Matt Mercer as Jotaro, and he was spot on as Jotaro.
Yeah,
His
he was
auras needed work,
outstanding.
yeah, but his
I
actual
think
voice
he's
acting was
probably-
great.
I think in terms of the only ones I really kind of can say that are good is Wamu. Wamu is quite good in the dub. I'd say I'm gonna say Wamu. I'm trying to think because I haven't watched one of the dub. Okay, I will say Dub
Stroheim.
Jotaro. Dub Jotaro is still Dub Stroheim is just hilarious. So what are you going to do, Josie?
Fucking budget Schwarzenegger. It's great.
Everyone says Part 2 Joseph's is a good dub, but I don't think he is because the sub actor, the Japanese voice actor, is so spot on. It's like no one can do the voice for me.
Oh, you know what? I don't like. Now we're on the topic of like the first 2 parts. I think Jonathan's voice actor in the dub really bad.
It's
He
an
is
American
a
voice actor.
195 centimeter tall giant, and he talks like a schoolgirl.
They got an American voice actor to do a British accent. And he's
God,
like,
it really shows.
It really does.
I'm going to be a gentleman, just like my father.
Yeah, that's it. Oh God, it's text to
Dio has
speech.
his moments though. Dio and
Oh
Pablo's
yeah,
alright.
definitely.
Dio Part 1,
Dio's
I don't
outstanding.
like it, but I will agree he has his moments. I don't like him still overall. You know, the whole. He's
Oh,
trying to do-
his
no,
mood
his
is
fucking
awful.
Part 3 Muda was awful. He can't even pronounce it right. It's Muda, not Muda.
He sounds like him, Dio and Diavolo both sound like John DiMaggio impersonators. The guy just does his voice acting.
Wasn't it Patrick Seitz or something? The name of
I
Yeah,
believe
that's Dio's.
because he does Duran and he does a really good job for that as well.
Everyone hyped up Kira. Like I cannot. Everyone, sorry. I remember when the media were hyping up Kira in Part 4 as the dub, and not hyping up the legendary voice actor joins the Part 4 cast to play Kira. And I'm like, okay, I'll check the clip they posted, and I'm like, he's meant to be a legendary dub actor. He sounds like an NCP.
I'm actually listening to it now. I've never heard it before.
To be honest, I was quite excited for Kira's voice actor because I'm pretty sure he's the voice actor for Albert Wesker in the Resident Evil series.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
is actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, when I was listening to it, I just remember thinking, "Oh my god, this is so bad. How is this bad?"
I think it's just down to direction. I mean, I think most people can agree here that JoJo, in terms of anime, like the Japanese voice acting side, it's got probably some of the best voice direction in anime.
Definitely.
Well, one of, because I think every voice is nailed. Like usually in anime, it's like the voice, can be changed, or no, they change voice in some animes. They can change the voice acting. You don't really know or don't really care.
Yeah.
With JoJo, if they change any voice actor, it's so obvious.
And I think the thing is with JoJo voice actors in the Japanese dub, it might sound weird, but all the characters seem to sound how they look they'd sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do sound generally pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Japanese especially.
I think with Eyes of Heaven, they had the voice actor, the same director as the anime, do that. Obviously, some voices aren't this. Like Josuke, Rohan, Koichi, pretty much all the Part 4 cast apart from Okiyasu, I think, all had different voices to the anime.
Fun
But
fact, sorry, just to interrupt, in Eyes of Heaven, Diavolo is voiced by the guy who ended up voicing. No, wait, is it the other way around? It's either Diavolo was voiced by the guy who voiced Kira in the anime, or Kira was voiced by the guy who voiced Diavolo.
I think
I can't remember which way around.
I can't remember two, but I remember one of them sounding very similar. Yeah, I know that the voice actor for Rohan was Levi from Attack on Titan. He voiced Rohan in Eyes of Heaven, and I'm like, okay, he sounds very.
Oh yeah, Vic Mignogna. He's also Broly and fucking. I found that out today. Although he's not anymore because
Yeah,
Funimation
didn't he get
screwed
done
him.
for?
No. He actually didn't do anything, but like, there's so much conspiracy about it that they kind of like
Who's
trashing
sorry?
him. Vic Mignogna. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah. He
conspiracy
played.
about it.
He played. Okay, this is how nerdy. He played Captain Kirk in a Star Trek continue a fan series. He did honestly really high production. He did a fan series where he plays Captain Kirk, and that's how I knew him. I know he's a big anime voice actor, but that's how I know him. Him from this he did a full season, like a full fan season. It's really good. Actually, it's actually really good. He's actually generally pretty good at cinema. He's actually really good at filmmaking.
Well, the man is really good at a lot of stuff when it comes to the anime kind of like scene. So
I remember he was at an anime convention. He had all these fangirls telling him to do the Aaron voice, and he was like, and he's Edward voice, sorry, and he's like, by the way, if you come back at 5 p.m., I'm screening my Star Trek fan.
What a Chad!
I was going to say, what a chat.
I'm gonna post a picture into the chat just so you can see him as Captain Kirk. It's actually honestly though, it actually is really good. Like it catches the 60s cheapness, but generally it's actually really good as a fan show because it has some really good writing to it. I'm gonna put it in now. But yeah, in terms of the dubs as well, like Part 3, like Polnareff, I don't like Polnareff in Part 3 at all in the dub. He sounds way too American.
He's worse in Part 5 because in Part 5 in the sub. In the
he has
original
more like a
Japanese,
gravelly voice.
yeah. Polnareff, he sounds like he's a man who's seen some shit because he is. And then in the dub, he sounds exactly the same as he did in Part 3, and he's all happy-go-lucky, and it's like, what? You're getting fucking donutted here, bro. Show a bit of emotion.
Like, I love how in the Japanese one they just like. I think when you're watching the dub, like I have no issue with people watching dubs to animes. I think it's fine. You watch what you want. When it comes to JoJo, you miss a lot of the jokes. You miss the good red dragons.
I just feel like in the Japanese dub, like so many lines are
emphasized.
Yeah, there's like Bailey was showing us the English dub of Diavolo last night. It just doesn't have the same power to it that the Japanese dub actor has.
Yeah, I mean, and the Japanese dub actor is like when he screams, it sounds so fucking desperate. He's like,
yeah.
Especially when Giorno Giovanna acts like he knows what he's talking about, which often he doesn't.
I think the one thing as well about the Japanese voice actors, I think what we think people don't really realize is the fact that just the amount of they when they're doing these they're proper doing it. They're not just recording it and then editing it. They're proper on the spot.
Well, they know it's the audience, yeah.
With the dub, it sounds like they get him to do okay, do a quick aura, and then they basically just kind of repeat it on a loop, it's edited.
Right.
Edited. It sounds very sound edited in the dub, whilst in the subtitles, it is them doing the voice. If you know what I mean, because I was remember watching Jotaro versus Kakulin, but it was the two voice actors in a live performance doing it.
Oh, I've seen a couple of those, yeah.
And he does the on the spot, and it's I thought it was edited. Because how do you not run out of breath not doing that?
I'm pretty sure I saw one of Kenshiro Ono, the Giorno's Part 5 voice actor, doing the 7-page muda in live, and it was incredible. It was amazing.
People were in the audience were going nuts. It was great.
Yeah,
absolutely ape.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
Right. Well, that was pretty good. I'd say that clears up everyone's thoughts.
Personally. So overall, if you're an anime only, if you're a dub only, I will say try and watch the subtitles if you can. Rewatch Jojo in the subtitles, and if you're a subtitle only, try and watch some of the dub clips because
unless you want to laugh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean they're pretty bad. Just watch them so you can get an idea.
Just watch Part 2, you'll be fine.
You'll use the money to make Bucciarati a capo.
Yeah, Bucciarati's voice is very it's very
Have
weird.
you been paying too much for your car insurance?
So going to the next segment, we've got a little game to play. This is what do JoJo fans, what do the cringy fans play? What's a stand generator? What is your stand?
Cool. Do we do song or by album or by band?
Basically, how this works is you give me an artist and a song. I think it has to be an artist, has to be mentioned, but try and give me a song as well. And I basically generate the stand, and we're just going to discuss, and I'm going to give you the stand. So your song choice is basically, It's determining what your stand is in real life. You know how people keep saying, I want a stand?
In real
Your
life.
stand in
In
real
real
life.
Basically, the stand at our own nose your Spotify playlist.
Oh, okay. So will we
Hmm.
be putting it for us here in our Discord we're using to record?
I'm just gonna basically just tell you.
I'll pop it in as well so we can have a good look as well.
Oh, your song, yeah. Post your song as well because I actually kind of want to hear them as well.
All
but
right, okay.
Cool. So
I'm sure when this goes onto YouTube, I'm sure we're allowed to play 5-second clips of songs. Assume.
yeah, I think it's 5 seconds. I think we're allowed 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna give everyone a few seconds to get some songs.
All right, I've got one in my head.
I already know what mine is. I won't do me first, though. I'm gonna do me last.
Okay, cool. Oh, that is a good one.
Okay, Roundabout, yes. I don't think
Yes.
anyone needs to hear. I don't think anyone needs to hear that that song to know.
They fucking better not, otherwise go and watch it now. Listen to it, whatever. I don't know.
Well, we know who the part skippers are now.
Apparently, just whilst I'm typing this in, apparently the reason why it takes JoJo so long. Okay,
Good lord.
I don't think that one will work, but I'll try it. Okay.
I mean, it's music. Who's to say Iraqi doesn't, browse the dark depths of YouTube every so often?
Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready, Chips?
Alright, yeah.
The stand name is Roundabout.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make.
Ability, courage, empowerment.
Oh, no, fucking redo it. That's not even the original stand. That's fucking hey ya.
No, here, just bear with me a second. User becomes stronger, faster, more durable, etc. That's when you know it's a good sign, etc. By encouraged of oneself and others, possibly unlocking abilities related to the affinity and exchange, enhancing the existing powers. Some users may be able to draw substances from the courage of even slow or stop aging. That's so badly written. Basically, the courage and charisma from everyone around you basically fuels you, and you get more power. Your stand gets more powerful by that, I think.
Okay.
So, like, basically, the power of friendship makes you stronger. Limit.
Okay, so it's
But that's
hey ya,
given
but
to
better.
everyone in the anime. Anyone has that ability.
Yeah, but I have it as a stand. Fuck you.
Do you remember when Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh literally just fucking pulled out all pieces of Exodia because of like some permanent marker on his hand? Friendship is powerful stuff, man.
There is
I have the heart of the cards on my side.
There's three more little caveats I need to go over. There's the method of activation. Apparently, it's like Attack on Titan. You need to do something to become something. Being near people. Apparently, you need to be near people to activate your stand.
Oh damn, that's me scuppered.
Well, basically, the stand is. Well, I think that's actually I think this is actually randomly generated. That segment is, so it's actually links to the stand being around people. So I think that's actually pretty small. So your limit. So this is your weakness. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hearing loss.
What?
You can't hear people. You can't hear people going, "Yeah, go Chips, you got this." You can't. No, you can't hear your own theme song as a JoJo.
Oh,
No, that's
no.
tragic. Well, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, Andy. I think, and it's just a hunch, that the characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure don't actually hear theme music play when they're in the fight. It's maybe
Iraqi has confirmed this in an interview in JoJo a Go-Go episode in page 200.
In the last episode, Jojo just goes, "Oi, GG, did you notice a lot of music playing whenever I fought someone?"
Where's that saxophone coming from?
Okay, we still want to know the range.
Yeah,
Well, is it
It's
close
10
range?
meters.
That's not
What?
bad. No,
Damn,
10
it's got
meters.
stretchy arms or something?
Apparently, you've got a C in range though, which is a D in range, which is very odd.
10 meters, but a D? Okay.
You've got B in potential. You've got a in speed.
Nice.
D in power, but basically the power increases around you. So precision, you've got basically a C. So you're more precise than you are as a normal person, at least. And your durability is a D, but that obviously increases. I think everything your stats increase the more encouragement you get, I believe. So not a bad stand. Like if you've got it, if you like, it's a bit like Jono in the sense like your stand relies on people being in the sense being more of a support stand. You need people to support you. I think I think that makes sense if you're in a group. All right, are you ready for
What
the
about social distancing?
I don't. Okay, I'm just. Okay,
You got 10 meters. You're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is
Five
this your?
people.
Is this your song of choice, Cheesy Lemon?
Yes, it is Nuclear.
Nuclear by
Such a
Mike.
banger.
Is
They
it
used it in
Oldfield?
Metal Gear Solid
Is that,
as well.
is that Oldfield? Sorry.
Mike Oldfield, yeah.
Yeah, Nuclear by Mike Oldfield.
It's his only good song.
my god, the stand stats are off the chart. Jesus Christ.
Bro, why does
Nice.
he get OP?
Okay,
What's that, man?
are you ready?
Yep.
This is actually this looks OP. I haven't read it yet, but this looks OP. The name is Nuclear. The ability is inner power.
All right.
I don't know what that means, but the user is able to push their hidden strength within themselves and amplify it, gaining more untold power due to their incredibly strong force of will. Users will be able to bypass all limitations they've processed on their offensive and defensive capabilities, along with their overall abilities, increasing them to the fullest extent, whether it be from the heart, mind, soul, etc. The method of activation is at the user's will, so you can use it whenever. The limit, power up may be temporary, and your range is 70 meters apparently.
Bruh. So Cheesy's stand is basically just Goku from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it is.
He becomes Goku, yes. The stand seems to be very like. We don't actually get that many physical stands in JoJo, do we? Where it's like it's you, it boosts you with the user. So I think, in a sense, he'd just be like a Chad, where he could just punch a stand himself.
I get fucking Hey Requiem, and he gets fucking Goku.
This guy slaps your stand's ass in the club. What do you do?
Your little bitch stand turns around. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
So basically,
powerful Saiyan stand.
So he's got an A in power, but it's looking like it's above an A, so maybe an S, but it doesn't say. It just has like A, but like maxed out. It has a B in potential, so you can still have chance to make the stand better. You have a B in speed, so you are pretty speed. How come you've got such long range? You've got an A in range. It boosts you, the person. Can you do like Kamehamehas?
Oh my god.
He can do the Zeppeli stretch arm thing.
Yeah, but punch.
Might I add, the Zeppelis don't actually stretch their arms; they just dislocate it.
Yeah, I know.
Stretch Armstrong.
You've got a D in durability, but apparently it goes up as the stronger you get. Apparently, because it says your defensives get better. So, and you've got a in precision, so you can basically catch a bullet in midair. So you are Goku.
That's a
Just
main
Superman
building
Goku.
stand right there.
So basically, it's like adapt to whatever I fight against, then, based on what I've heard.
Yeah. So are you happy with the stand?
Yeah. So my ability is just strong.
Strong. Yes, pretty much. With a full stop. Strong.
You've just got plot armor. It's plot armor the stand.
This is just the most OP stand ever. Like literally, oh god, I'm in a bad situation, but luckily I have the will to overcome it. Oh, I'm now stronger than this stand. That's insane.
I mean, that's what you get for having a song called Nuclear.
Yeah.
So
Well, I know there's
just to
another
go with
song.
Caine, Caine is it actually your choice of song?
Yeah, this is actually my choice of song.
Oblivion Flow After Dark. Welcome to the Cum Zone.
At the very least, this won't get flagged by YouTube. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hang on.
I'm just gonna-
Does this only activate inside anime girls?
I'm just putting Welcome to the Cum Zone as the stand name.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god, the stand name, the Cumber of the Beast.
Welcome to the Cum Zone. Only come inside anime girl.
Bro.
Okay, I think Caine might have. I don't know about Caine's ability. The ability is called spiritual meditation.
Damn. It's just like the post-nut clarity. It is, isn't it?
The stand gives him post-nut clarity. The user can enter who has achieved oneness with their spiritual essence, as well as mind, making them able to develop a high level of consciousness over bodily processes, as well as reduce stress and pain on the body, which we all know what Thingy does for you. One is also able to detach oneself from worldly concerns, achieve spiritual enlightenment, and gain control of their abilities. Method of activation: flexing your toenail.
Hang on, I would point that can't be flexed. So this man has no stand ability.
It's just post-nut clarity.
It is.
By toenail, I think by toenail it means you're Johnson.
Yeah.
Just personal clarity, and then I fucking ascend to the astral plane.
To be honest, don't all people get that ability to an extent? We all
Not to
find
that
it
I
nice.
can't quite know what this. Apparently, your weakness is diverticulous. I can't pronounce this. It's a condition where I'm just clicked on Wikipedia to read what the fuck diverticulous. I can't
Oh,
fucking.
diverticulitis.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, what? Why do you know what that is?
Where there are small outpouchings or bulging sacs protruding from the large intestine.
No.
Basically, like prostate cancer.
Oh Jesus!
Fucking diverticulitis is a
Hang on,
weakness,
you
bruh.
just gave yourself prostate cancer from post-nut clarity. This is the worst stand than Bailey's.
Hey, mine was all right. It was just yours fucking overshadowed it being fucking OP as shit.
It's the saying in me. I'm sorry.
No, let's go over the stand. The range is 59 meters. Apparently, your nut can reach 59. You've got a
That's a
C
long
in
nut.
power, an E in speed, so pretty much next to no speed. You've got an A in range, a D in durability, a in precision. You're very good at doing it, and you have an E in potential. You've reached a potential with post-nut clarity.
Damn,
So you're happy with the stand?
I'm pretty happy with it.
How flexible are your toenails then, bro? How often can you pull this off in a dangerous situation? Hang on, let me just take off my shoes and socks quickly.
Can we just go back? What was the actual name given by the generator again?
Like the cum chum 5000.
Oh, the cum of the beast or something.
The cum of the beast. Fucking hell.
God.
I'm pretty
Well,
happy with that
that's
stand, honestly.
If we get someone to draw any of these, good lord.
Oh no. Oh,
I know
no.
one of them might be
the
making
beast.
it onto YouTube. It's Caine's
Yeah, no,
cum
that
chum.
would have to be censored.
That does make me think though. Do you think any of them have ever used the stands to jack off? Like, I mean, if you use like Star Platinum with that speed and ferocity,
Rip his
You
dick off.
couldn't. Well, to be
You
fair, I
could.
mean, Star Platinum is very, very precise.
True.
So
this is horrendous.
this is awful.
Truly, truly awful. But this is
Hmm.
what people tune in
You-
for, apparently.
Okay.
I think Hierophant Green
So far,
could
Bailey.
probably.
Oh, so some what like insertions going on with Hierophant Green?
I
Oh,
don't
no.
I know you mentioned like that tail is nice and soft. That's all I'm gonna
What,
say.
what them tentacles
Oh
do.
no!
So I
Imagine
think
just
it's my
looking
turn. now.
Hierophant in the eyes as it just
Yeah.
like floats up and down.
Can we just move on to Andy's stand?
No one
so we
can
don't
my
have to
deflect
turn.
this Emerald
Okay.
stand
Splash.
from?
My stand was Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai. So the
Okay.
name is just Virtual Insanity. The ability, Artificial Element Generation.
Almond.
Element.
Oh, I was going to
Music
say you just
can
make
you-
nuts appear randomly. It really
No,
affects
that's
if you're
mine.
Fighting the Black Noir or something.
The user can generate various artificial elements. I don't know what that means. The method of
obvious, you can-
activation.
Iron, gold.
Yeah, you can create
Oh,
like
like,
those sort of
oh,
things.
I,
Oh, that's a
okay,
Philosopher's
good.
Stone.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, I was gonna say.
method of activation is my whole body. The limit, what I'm weak to, may be unable to control the generated synthetic substance. So if it's synthetic, like man-made, then like I make a man-made substance, I can't control it. Apparently, it's 29 meters in range. It's got a power of B, next to no speed. It's got a B in range. No, sorry, a C in range, a C in durability, next to no precision, an A in potential.
Damn.
Sounds semi-similar,
So
like
Sam
similar in
Winston.
style to Metallica almost, except Metallica
Yeah.
doesn't create the iron; it just influences it. Whereas you're actually able to create and synthesize elements.
Quick, virtual insanity. Build iron in his nuts. But yeah, I think.
An
So
iron deficiency. There's that.
let's discuss the ranking then. I think we're all kind of agreed. Cheesy. I think we all agree. Cheesy's got the best stand, considering it's nuclear is pretty just OP. Like he can just
Jammy
overpower
bastard.
himself. I'm voting at number 2, Chips. Only in the sense if he's around other people.
Hmm.
His stand gets more powerful if he's around people,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
but what
which
if
is
I'm-
obviously. I think
What if I don't have any friends?
no
Vanilla
different.
likes to get you down.
Oh, what?
Oh, no, don't compare him to
Shigechi.
Shigechi.
That's
Shigechi
too
had
far.
some friends.
I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm going to make an official statement on the Standcast. I'm going to do like that British lord did when he ran late. I'm currently resigning. I do apologise for my statement. I am resigning from the Standcast.
I need to see that. That sounds good.
Basically, it's like a British lord. He's like late Parliament because he's like 5 minutes late. He goes, "I am resigning my position as Lord of the House," and everyone's like, "You don't need to resign just because you're late." But yes, I'm okay. Then who should be number second? Then who should be two? Who should be the second best?
I mean, I think I'd vote yours personally. I mean, it's like
Me?
it's the Philosopher's Stone. Like,
Oh, that's a true point.
Yeah, actually,
it's kind of like the wish for immortality
yeah,
from a Dragon Ball or something.
Well,
Wait,
my stand
which
also
one?
has the ability of immortality with if you've got enough
It
friends. basically.
boosts your life expectancy.
I would point that I could just use my stand to make my lifespan longer due to its a bit. My stand is so fucked.
You just Highlander. You just
Door.
Highlander.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, to be fair, who doesn't want post-nut clarity all the time?
Yeah, that's true.
I think of all the stands I'd want, Caine would be the one
I
you'd want
don't
in
wish
real
to be
life.
horny anymore.
What are you on about?
I
The
want to
one
be
you
happy.
want in real life. Mine has no
know.
limit.
No, I
In
would
real
rather be able to
life.
create
Yeah, but do you want to kill like?
Hang on, do you want post-nut clarity or do you want to rip a bridge in half?
Yeah, but okay, fine, maybe. Yeah, okay, that'd be pretty cool actually.
I mean, like, if you want
Post-nut
to show up
clarity-
at the
might
gym
have them both.
between our two stands, right? You're going to the gym and you've got this one dude who's lifting like a truck, and then the other guy going, "Do I really need to lift this?
my
Does she want me back?"
my anime character is literally just the Kuma Wojak.
It's his,
Hang
it's his
on,
master.
someone
It's his master Uguay said. The boulder may be tough, but the knot is stronger.
Yeah, yeah, but then Uguay over there's in the corner, and then there's this Chad dude in the other corner lifting this truck. Like, yeah, fuck that loser. Giga Chad, man. That's my stand. It's the Giga
Oh no,
Chad.
wait, by Jojo Coomer, do you just mean Malone?
Right.
I think.
Just all
I
those
think.
random characters.
Okay, everyone, thank you for listening. It's been a good time. We've had some laughs, we've had some cries, we've had a cheeky wank story. It's been a good one. See you in the next episode, everyone.
Shut up.